Hi, welcome back to Sioux News and Political Points on Sioux News TV and SiouxNews.ca. I'm Andy Martins for the November 29th edition, and it's a special edition, the first of 3 shows with Mayor-elect Debbie Amaroso. It's a very emotional moment for me, as the first time we'll have been talking to a sitting mayor. She isn't yet, but it's 1 week away. And welcome Mayor-elect Debbie Amaroso. Hi, Debbie.
Hi, Andy. Thank you for having me.
So what a great win. How have you been since October 25th?
Well, you know, the first few days my brain went non-stop. I didn't get much sleep, but, you know, I've had an opportunity to go away on vacation and, you know, settle down.
Great. You and I were talking before the broadcast, and you know, it shows your great characteristic there that you are still mayor-elect for another week, and you will not park in the mayor's parking spot at City Hall until in 7 more days. I would do the same thing.
I cannot bring myself to do it. You know, I'm not officially the mayor until the inaugural meeting on December 6th, and until that point, then, you know, I'm a visitor at City Hall, and that's how I'm running. Maybe
let our viewers know exactly, you've been through a few inaugural meetings as councillor. What is the process that day? What point in time during that day does the mayor get sworn in?
Well, the inaugural session starts at 3 p.m. on Monday, December 6th. It's in council chambers. It is open to the public. And at that point, there is an agenda where the mayor-elect and council-elect come into council chambers. They take their oath of office. There's an opportunity for everyone to make some, I'm sure, thank yous and some remarks to the community. And then we're done.
Well, you've been a councillor for 9 years and acting mayor during that time. Is there really much of a learning curve for you going in?
Well, I'm sure there is. You know, certainly as far as many of the processes and, you know, getting to know the city staff, which is, you know, very important because you're going to be partnering and working with these people for the next 4 years.
Right.
I have a lot of that. There's, a lot of the same faces that were there when I was there. I'm sure there's been some policy and process changes since the 4 years that I've been gone. So getting up to speed on that. But the actual, the role of the mayor, although, you know, you get a month to act as the mayor, and back when I was there, John was relatively healthy and there was not those kinds of long gaps. So, you know, you'd chair a meeting or, you know, you'd do something, but it wasn't as they're experiencing right now. So yeah, I think there'll be absolutely a lot to learn in the mayor's office, and certainly I've found in the last week or so since I've been back from vacation that there are some things where there's protocols dealing with business people from other countries and those kinds of things that I absolutely aren't aware of. So I've, you know, met with a group of people yesterday and was sure that I had briefing notes on some of the protocols from their country to make them feel comfortable.
Oh, I appreciate you coming in today. Even today when we're taping, it's a very busy day for you. You're already starting to get the engagements of the
unofficial engagements.
And you are signing mayor-elect as well.
Yes.
Are the invitations starting to pile up for the mayor's office?
Well, Renee, who is the assistant to the mayor, is wonderful at keeping track of all of that. And her and I sat down last week and really meshed my work schedule with the invitations that are coming in. And there's a fair amount for December. December is traditionally a busy month for all of us anyway. You know, the same thing falls into the position of being elected is, you know, people would like you to attend their events.
The Marconi and countless other places.
I got invited to the Marconi for next November. So I was already told to put November, I think it's November 29th, 2011 on my calendar for the Marconi.
Let's talk a little bit about the council agenda, and we've got a lot of stuff to cover here. There's a few people that feel that the council agenda, as you know, comes out the Thursday night prior to the meeting. And some around the community and some councillors have felt that that's not enough time to review the agenda. We all have other personal engagements and go away for the weekend, and the council meeting being the Monday following. What are your thoughts about that? Is there any room to maybe fine-tune that process?
Well, I think there's probably always room. I know sitting there for 9 years that, you know, the Thursday at times caused some, you know, scheduling problems. But often what happens, Andy, is if you get it out a couple of days earlier, there's still things coming in that need to be addressed. So what happens then is that you're dealing with fresh information that you're sitting down at your desk to that day. And I don't think that that bodes well for good decision making either.
That's right.
So that balance of that Thursday is, yes, it's busy, and often those agendas are quite heavy, but as you go along, you know, the wheels of bureaucracy move slowly. So often you'll see this, you know, a report that will not necessarily need a major decision at that point in time, and you do have greater time. It's more just to get you to become familiar with what the issue is. So, you know, there's always room to be looking at improvements, and certainly it will be the will of council that decides that. From my personal perspective, the Thursdays were busy but fine, because I didn't like getting a lot of fresh information on my desk, you know, half an hour before the council meeting was
And that can
started.
happen sometimes too.
And it does, but at least having the agenda go out, you know, as close to the day as you can starts minimizing that a bit.
All right, sit right there, Debbie, and we're going to be right back on show number 2. That's only the beginning, folks. That's the November 29th edition of Political Points. Mayor-elect Debbie Amaroso will join me for 2 more shows, and we'll see you on Thursday. Thanks for watching.